shout it out loud as Metal Shop World premieres the new compilation album from Kiss called Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits.
Alright, so I get up this morning and Brother Lee has posted a video about Metal Shop. So I had to jump in on this. I'm a bit obsessed with Metal Shop. And I can't believe how similar his story is to mine. Lee and my story is pretty much same one, or totally the same. It's I kind of lived by it in the 80s. And same magazines and everything, and waiting for this show to come on every weekend. Where I lived, it'd come on Friday nights at like 11 o'clock or something, and I played high school football, so I of course would miss it. So what I would do was set up a VCR, leave my radio on, run the audio into the VCR, and set the timer to come on and record the show. Then I'd come home, play the audio through the stereo, and put them on 2 cassettes. And just obsessed. So, anyways, Lee was talking about having cassettes, and I had a ton of them, and this is all I have left. They've just been purged out over the years. So you can see, I guess that was a Maiden special. There's a show from '85. But these are all cut up. As I would tape them back off the VHS, I would get rid of commercials and all that, which kind of sucked, you know, years later. It's like, man, I like to hear those goofy old commercials and the news and all that kind of stuff. And Metal Shop ran from like 84 to about 94. It was like 400 and some episodes, if I remember correctly. After, pull another one here while I'm talking, I guess. After lost train of thought. Okay. In the late 90s, after I got onto eBay, somehow I stumbled across a show on vinyl. And it was like, holy crap, evidently that's how the radio stations got these. And they did get them on vinyl, Lee. That's how they sent them around. I've talked to a couple people, you know, who was in the radio business or whatever. And yeah, that's how they sent radio shows around back in the 80s and up into the 90s on vinyl. And then, you know, they switched over to CD, and now it's all whatever, download, satellite, whatever. So got on eBay, found some, and back then in the late 90s, these things were dirt cheap. You could get them for $8-10 bucks, man. And I went crazy. Okay, sorry, got some lights on back here now. Alright, as I was saying, I started finding these on eBay, and they were cheap at the time. They are not cheap now. But I grabbed as many as I could back in the day. And basically this cube is Metal Shop. There's probably maybe 5 other shows. Like there was a show called High Voltage. There's a couple of those in here, and maybe a couple other things. But everything else is Metal Shop. And if you look at the label, hopefully this will, see where it says MS 261, that means Metal Shop 261. That's the episode number. And then it gives you the week of, the air date and all that. But this is episode 261 from 1989. And let's see, how far up do we go here? This is 429, episode 429, 1992. And the oldest one I have is February '84, and this is episode 5, which is a Randy Rhoads special. And it's something I just downloaded off the internet, like a little history kind of thing. Like I say, Lee, you just totally blew my mind this morning showing these, or showing yours, and you said you had a couple more. I've just never kind of shown these because they all look identical, you know. But they're so cool. And back in the day, you know, I found so many bands because of listening to Metalshop, like Toebrook. I remember loving that band, and they had, after hearing them on Metalshop, you know. This is 161 from 1987, and these are the cue sheets. Basically tells you tracks, exactly when they start, when they stop. There's great commercials on here. There's actually a Budweiser commercial that Dio did, and it's Dio singing about Budweiser. And that's on an early one. Some of them are 2 LPs, some of them are 1 LP. Early on they were 1, I think, and then they went to a 2-hour show. But the stations didn't have to air the 2-hour show. So if they got the 2 LP set, they could just play one. It was set up where they could just play a 1-hour version of it, or they could play the 2-hour version, you know, depending on what they bought, I guess. But alright, had to jump in here. Lee, man, I don't know, were we like separated at birth and I was sent across the border down south, or what, man? You're totally into bonsai and Metalshop, and I'm down here the same way, so it's just nuts. Alright, man, that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Great video, Lee. I loved it. Later.